What's happening, y'all? All praises to the Most High, Yahoo, and all praises to Yahusha, the Hamashiach, the one that taught us how to use the Ruach Okudesh. And the Ruach Okudesh, for those that don't understand it, is our breath and our exaltation towards the Most High and towards Yahusha and in our behavior. That's what it is. Now, let's quicken the Ruach Okudesh. Yep, let's quicken the Ruach Okudesh. Let's quicken the Holy Spirit for the lamest term, because that's what it is, the lamest term. Holy Spirit is the lamest term. Ruach Okudesh is its original form. Haloe369 once again, back with another one. If you new to the channel, pull up, have a seat, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Listen to the whole content before you like it. You know, try to make it to the end, because I have jewels. However, my jewels ain't never at the beginning. You're normally in the back. And to those that do actually watch and appreciate my material, I appreciate and love every last one of y'all. And if you listened to my last video, I'm grateful for you listening to me vent about wanting to give up on the Most High. And because I know that everybody does want to give up a lot of times. And I was presented with an opportunity yesterday to be a student. But I was being a student of the Most High, not for myself. However, once I learned what I learned, it kind of correlated with everything that I understand. I said, you know what? Shouts out to the young lady. I don't know if y'all want me to put y'all on blast or not, so I'm gonna just say shouts out to the young lady that did give a sermon, and it was a pretty good sermon about how ye are Elohim, or ye are gods, but we are little Elohim. We are an extension of the Most High, Yahweh, our Creator. He's the one that created us, and He created us with a purpose of serving us, but also us exalting and serving Him in His ways. Basically, the behavior and the innocence. And she talked about a lot of stuff that I kind of preach on my channel already, so it was in line. And not only that, I understand that we're not supposed to, like, I was in heavy confliction, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I was in heavy confliction about accepting a teaching from a woman speaking on scriptures from the word of the Most High. And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm very strong and passionate on not allowing a woman to usurp authority over me at all. Just let's get that clear. And I ain't no, I'm not a misogynist. I'm not misogynistic. No, I'm very sexist. I'm not misogynistic at all. I love women, but the term is I am sexist. I'm not misogynistic. Not at all. And one thing, I hold everything in its proper order. So me holding everything in its proper order, and you come against it, yeah, I am gonna fight back. But right is right, and wrong is wrong. And so it was a learning lesson for me being a student of the Most High. Being a student of the Most High, and I will be forever a student and a servant of the Most High Yahweh. But the topic went from several different verses in the Bible that was explaining about how ye are little gods. And I'm gonna put it to you like this, y'all. We are an extension of the Most High Yahweh. We are little Elohim. He gave us a field down here for us to communicate with him. However, of course, in all innocence is a reflection of our Elohim. All innocence is a reflection of our Elohim. Things that are in innocence. Not these things that are twisted and perverted out here. Circumcision of heart, meaning you have peeled back your heart into a heart of innocence. Yes, innocence, meaning childlike. When you become childlike, then you have a heart of the Most High. And ye will be a little Elohim. You're either going to be that, or you're going to be of your father, Satan. Satan the sinner. But nah, for real, y'all. And we went through several verses in the Bible, and I listened to it, and I was in contingency because of the simple fact that it came from seeking validation. It came from a intention of seeking, unknowingly seeking validation, though the message is correct. The message itself was correct. However, I'm a critical thinker. When I listen to messages and I understand where they're coming from, be it a righteous intention or not, everybody has because remember, the Most High don't care about our intention. He care about is it in obedience, and that's the one thing that I struggle with, was I being in obedience by allowing a woman to teach me verbally. And to some degree, I started to justify it by seeing it as a counsel of the word. Now, this is me trying to justify it. But me, in my wholeheartedness, I still was in question. I had to ask myself, and then I had to talk to the Most High. No. But what I understand was I was to take that teaching and collaborate it with my own understanding and practice it. We were removed from the confidence that it produces us to have, but not over the ego though. See, you be in a state of humility as a servant. You have to be in a state of innocence and humility as a servant, or in servitude and obedience. However, if people, like, because I think I think me being in humility long enough to understand, like, now I understand why I had to be in humility long enough before I understood that ye are Elohim, little Elohim. So it don't get to our head. We're creation. We only align ourselves with the things that we ask for. And it's not even that. The Most High aligns us or lines us up for the things that we have asked for with pure intention or pure motive, innocent motive, righteous motive, not lustful or lascivious motive. And then I read into a scripture, James 4. I ran into this online, but I read it out. I seen it, and I was like, you know what? Let me. This is why this should be hidden from us, because we are so perverse nowadays to where people exalt themselves unjustly, meaning unearned righteousness, like unearned exaltation. My fault. Was it James 4? I'm looking for it, y'all. I'm gonna get to it. James 4, and it said, James 4 and is 3, verse 3. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. Ye adulterers and adulteresses. Do you know what that means? That means that a man can be an adulterer and a woman can be an adulteress. That's plural. That means that people out here that practice adultery, it goes for men and women. It doesn't go for just men. And it doesn't go for just women. It goes for both, whether you want to accept it or not. So you people that like to practice polygamy or polyamory and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it's actually adultery and fornication, just so you know. But to continue my point, it says ye have not asked. So your lust, ye lust have not. What is it? From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence even of your lust that war in your members? Our members is our body. The members of our body. All of our members. Whether it be our hands or that hanging limb that's in the center of our body, or that gaping wound that's in the center of your body, so you know what I'm talking about, or your head or your eye or whatever member that is attached to your flesh that causes you iniquity. If you are out of innocence, you are no longer Elohim at all. You are no part of it. And the Most High will not answer you. And ye lust, and ye have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight in war, yet ye have not because ye ask not. Now, there were things removed out of that, which is one thing that I noticed that was removed from it to pervert us. Motive. Your motive and intentions matter. And there is nothing alluding to intention or motive in this word. Ye ask and ye receive not, but because ye ask amiss. Okay, so amiss is the closest thing to motive or intention or motive that you're gonna get out of this word of the Most High. Meaning, when you ask amiss, you're asking with hidden motive. If you didn't know, like, but they skewed, they kind of skewed us, and they took us from the understanding of the word. But also, it was necessary to remove us from understanding that ye are Elohim, because most of us took that to the head. Let's think about how people act out here. They act like they are creators. Not. We are not creators. We are only set in the things that are already created. Yahweh aligns us with the things that are already created. But he aligns us through our innocence or our pure intention. So whether your intentions are evil or righteous, you will, as long as it's pure, be aligned with those things. And it's true. Like, you could have pure intention, you could have pure evil intention and be aligned in front of those things, because the field works unbiasedly. And this is why it says that you will say that I've cast demons out in your name, and I've done these things in your name, because these things are possible to do even with unrighteous intent. But if you do things with a wavy spirit, like a wavering spirit, like whether it be bad or good, you're not going to be in line in front of the things that you want. And there is such a thing as benevolence and malevolence. And malevolence is just as powerful as benevolence. However, benevolence wins because Yahweh is all benevolent and all powerful. So our worship goes to him. So we take away our ego. And I noticed that it was a clean message, but there was a problem in my heart, because I saw something later on as I reflected overnight. I reflected over the message overnight, and then I said, oh, wow. Yeah, ye are Elohim. Yeah, this is true. And all the things made sense. Yes, this is true. But what was the motive behind it? Then and once I had a solid chance to sit and reflect, I said, oh, this is what this was for me to understand. Because I was meant to go to that sermon. I was meant to go to that sermon, and shouts out to that woman. Yes, she had a great sermon. However, being an Elohim means innocence. Being Satan and being Luciferic means evil intent, malevolence. And both things can be true. You can seek validation. Seek validation in the thoughts of being a creator or being a God, little God, or a reflection of the Father which is in heaven. But it serves no purpose if it's not righteous or if we're not. And don't get me wrong, she made sure she mentioned circumcising our heart. And also, it also says that our hearts will grow and wax cold out here. And I'm starting to understand what that means now, because just think about how many people out here are so defensive, on the defense, even me included. I've been on the defense. However, I'm starting to feel my emotions lately, and feeling my emotions, and I don't know how many people done got numb to their emotions. Like I think there's a lot of people out here that got so numb or just become escapists. And I'm gonna put it to you like this: most people can't function in front of other people sober. And I noticed this too. People don't like to be sober. Everybody got to do something, and you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I mean when I say they got to do whatever they got to do to get relaxed in front of somebody. Can't, like, they have to operate under sedation most of their life because they don't know how to handle life sober. And I am saying this to judge. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to get, I used to partake. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, but at the same time, I understand that obscene amount of sedation does cause iniquity. It causes iniquity, and it causes you to not feel your emotions, or it causes a misconstrued perception of life. You know, like the cope that people have to do in order to uh, be in a communitarian situation or to be in a social setting because they're afraid when they're sober. Like, and I noticed that too. And don't get me wrong, I was once like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the same time, I understand that that's really not the way to be because you're not actively showing the Most High that you depend on Him. You're showing that you have to use a trick up your, like, sedation, operating because you got to be in some type of sedated form or state puts you in a dangerous situation to begin with, as far as being out here being too mellow or being too social. Like, you don't want to be too social, but also you don't want to be too apprehensive either. Like, so it is a strong balance between the two. And I noticed that, most people, because I know how to be in a sedated state without being sedated, to be honest. I don't practice, like, I'm naturally a sedated person to begin with. So I don't need help to be sedated. But at the same time, I understand certain things about what I learned, seeking validation, seeking unjust validation. Just because ye are a little Elohim, are you actually a Elohim? Are you a God? Do you practice servitude? Because the Most High Creator, I understand, practices servitude. He obeys his own laws. He obeys obedience. So if you're obedient, I'm the creator. So if I'm the creator, which that's the Most High, if I'm the creator, I do not give in to you until you obey, because I created you, little Elohim. Ye are Elohim, and yes, those you do stand amongst those things that we actively, oversee. We do oversee actively out here. However, I told y'all, when I empathize with the Most High first. I empathize with him first, but then I also empathize with us as well. And so, like, once I empathize with us and understood why we give up because of our lack of faith or a lack of confidence. And for us to be made aware that we are gods, people have gotten out of control with that message out here. However, let me clarify. Little Elohims, ye are little Elohim. That means we only mess with the stuff that's already created. We don't create nothing. And so, y'all, and once you understand that, yeah, you arrange your life. You rearrange your life. You don't create anything. You rearrange your life. You rearrange structures and states out here to come up with something. These people that call themselves inventors, no, they take things that's already out here and manipulate it in a way that it can be used as a tool for whatever it was intended for. They manipulate the pieces of a puzzle to put it together for it to work correctly. And then you generate the circulation of energy. But we only move things that are already out here. We rearrange what's already out here. We put together things that are already out here. If you have an inspiration or inspired idea, it's something that's already out here. It's not being created by you. It's already created by the Most High. All you did was give it a vessel for it to work. That's it. You rearrange the structure for it to work. You rearrange structures, different elements, different materials, elements, building blocks that put you in the face of something to work. Yes, ye are Elohim. But are you benevolent? Are you? Are you benevolent? Because if you're not benevolent, ye are Luciferian. That's what ye are. Ye are Satan, taken over by lust, greed, or whatever other iniquity that you endeavor in. And I seek no validation. I seek critique. I don't care. I don't care for validation. I care for both validation and critique. I need both. I don't need your validation. I I do seek validation, and even critique is validation. If you understand me. But I only seek exaltation from the Most High. I don't seek no glory for myself. And then on top of it, I am a son. And I sat here and I listened to that sermon and I said, well, hey, Yahusha did. He said, have ye not been called little gods? But you want to condemn me for, like, say that I'm blasphemous for calling myself the son of the Most High God? What kind of work is it? People are so skewed and selfish out here. You know, he was speaking to the Sadducees and the Pharisees, and this is why I like to stick to reading whole chapters in the Word of the Most High. I don't like going back, bouncing back and forth from verse to verse, which is one thing that we kind of did, and all it did was make me aware that, okay, so we are called gods multiple times in the Word of the Most High, and this is true, but I was made aware why this stuff is hidden from us until the time is right, like until you're matured enough to accept that ye are Elohim. Because those ones that weren't mature and accepted that they were Elohim, look at how misconstrued they have life right now. And I notice these people, because think about it, those that are aware have that confidence and that ego boost. And look at how corrupt they are. And what I read that James chapter 4, read it in all your Bibles. Read it. Read it for yourselves. There is a reason. There is a solid reason why that needs to be held back from us until we are mature minded. Most of us aren't mature minded because most of us aren't benevolent. And then especially those that are tyrannical or have tyrannical hearts. If you have a tyrannical heart, be it male or female, if you are emotional or you shift blame or you have no self-accountability, you are malevolent. You are not benevolent. You are not. If you do not practice, that's not the Most High. That's not innocent. The Most High is innocent. He says throughout all his creation, innocence is the closest. Circumcision of heart, yes. It's a good message. Do you practice? How do you practice? Most people, they'll speak a message, but not openly practice. They don't openly give reverence or esteem their brethren as high as themselves. No. And I notice it. I may not say nothing, but I pay attention to everything. I see hearts. Whether you understand me or not, I see your heart. I see people's heart intention. I see people's body language, behavior. And I understand disinterest. I know when people's interest wane or when they feel challenged that they back down or just show disinterest because they feel challenged. I see these things. I might not say nothing at all. I might just give you cool. I'm I'm not gonna say nothing. You know why? It's not my place. But if it hurts, then maybe you're being held accountable for something that you're unaware of. If my message hurts you, it's anybody. I don't care who it is. And it's all love too. Because I love everybody equally. And I told you, I'm gonna tell everybody the same thing that I say all the time. My love is unconditional. Period. There is no condition for my love for you. Whether I know you or not, there is no condition for you to receive my love. Now, my tolerance and my patience, that's different. You only get so many times. And it's just like the Most High. Yeah, He loves us unconditionally, but He doesn't tolerate disobedience. He does not. And most people like to run away from critical insight. Like people like to run away from critique. And I noticed this during my situation. And I said, oh. And then to be bolstered up in confidence of being Elohim or considered a God. There's a reason that was hidden from us, or we weren't made aware. And then the Most High allowed it to be hidden from us because of, just think about the malevolent forces or the malevolent beings out here that are aware that they are Elohim. Look at how much misfortune is spread out here because of their perception or perceived confidence, ego, lust, all these things. It's malevolent. And most people that are cocky out here are malevolent. They might have pure intention, pure hearted, yeah, but pure evil nonetheless. Because I said this again, I'm going to say it again. It works whether you are not or are righteous. It works. These things, they work whether you are aware of it or not. But the confidence and the faith of it makes it so. And the fact that I'm aware of this, it's only made me a lot more scared or fearful of the Most High, Yahweh. Because now I understand His plight even more. He put me in a situation where I learned something, and then the learning of it made me even more aware of why certain things need to happen before you obtain this type of information. Or a certain type of maturity has to happen for you to become a benevolent spirit. You're not going to If you're immature and you acquire this information too early, you're going to be malevolent. Most immature people are malevolent people. They're malevolent. There is no benevolence in them. And if you acquire the information or that type of confidence way too early, I understand something. Because just because a person demonstrates superior behavior, it does not make them benevolent. I don't care how superior your behavior is. Are you truly righteous? You call yourselves creators. Are you really a creator? Or are you just a master manipulator? When we get ideas or when we get inspired ideas, we manipulate the environment. And we manipulate what's in the environment. Excuse me for my spitting, but you get the drift. When we manipulate items, when we manipulate material to create a thing or an object or a vessel, because that's what we do. We manipulate things that are already here. We tune into a frequency that's already here, but we're just unaware of it. It's subconscious, but there are people that are so tuned in that they see it already done. You see it already done. Now, with this faith and this type of confidence, with a malevolent heart, which when and I'm gonna say a majority of our successful out here, let's put it that way. A majority of our successful out here are malevolent people, unaware. They think they're righteous, and I understand why they think they're righteous. And then even if you usurp information and you hold it or retain it from others learning it, are you truly righteous? Are you serving the purpose of the Most High, Creator of heavens and earth? Ye little Elohim? Or are you Elohim? Are you righteous in nature? Or are you a Luciferian? Or Satan? Has Satan taken over your emotions for you to be extremely lustful, extremely gluttonous, extremely greedy, extremely extreme with all these extreme wrath? Because I'm all of these things. I am. I'm not going to hold you. I have been all of these things, and I am extreme in nature as far as my emotions go. I'm an extremist with my emotions and my moods. And to have that type of understanding with those kinds of moods is dangerous. It's dangerous to be aware that you are a Elohim with extreme mismanagement of your mood. Is a very dangerous thing because you still have an active participation, especially if you are extremely calm and calculated. If you're extremely calm and calculated, these things are dangerous. That type of understanding is dangerous. And I get why the Most High allows us to be blind. But also, I understand having a childlike heart and innocence. So I've been these things and I've been extremely innocent. I was having a conversation and I understood something. I am probably going to, people who are going to take me the wrong way sometimes, males or females. It doesn't matter. And I do understand that I'm going to be taken the wrong way a lot of times. But also, all praises to the Most High. Being selfless is what saves you from malevolent behavior. Being selfless. Yes. Be the warrior that became a gardener. Yeah, like I might have a shady past and I may have had shady behavior at one point in life. At some point, everybody does. But when you reach a certain level of maturity, that has to fall away from you. Your maturity has to take over so the Most High can be exalted. The Most High is only exalted through my weakness anyway. He's not exalted through my strength. Yahweh is never exalted through anybody's strength. He's only exalted through people's weakness, vulnerability, submission, obedience, humility. Those are the things that move the Most High. Your motives. Don't be amiss with your motives. Don't be amiss. Be purely intended, but be righteous with your motives. Because it's dangerous to have faith and confidence and lack maturity. If you have faith and confidence and lack maturity, those things that you do act on do come to pass. But I'm telling you, it's a dangerous thing. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. And now I'm starting to understand people who call themselves creators. No, they are master manipulators. When you invent something, you only invent something that's already out here. It's already been here. Mostly everything has already been here. Mostly everything that you're going through or doing has already been here, but there are certain levels of vibrational energy and maturity that you have to reach in order to be considered precious to the Most High or salvageable, righteous, elect, chosen. This is either chosen, be ye chosen, be ye righteous, like because even Satan has his chosen. So are you chosen? Like you might be chosen, but chosen by who? Who was you chosen? Who you might be chosen, but by who? Are you chosen by the Elohim that created the heavens and the earth? Do you act like that? Don't call yourselves chosen if you're not righteous. If you're not righteous, if you're not merciful, if you're not forgiving, if you're not none of the things that the Most High showed, the Most High Son showed us before he allowed himself to be crucified, if you are not none of those things, then you are chosen by Satan and you are malevolent. You are not benevolent. And Yahusha, when he does come back, he's going to be merciless towards the malevolent. So what side of that table you want to be on? That's what I ask. Do you actively practice being a little Elohim, a little God, Do you actively practice that? Are you actively obedient in your relationships? Your relationships? Because people weren't designed to be by themselves. People weren't designed to be by themselves. Not one of y'all. Not even me. I wasn't designed to be by myself. None of us was. We were designed to build communities. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many of us. Like, we were designed for an ecosystem. We were designed to move these things around for the benefit of all mankind and all animals and all things that the Most High gave us reverence over. But it's so misconstrued by the twisting and perverting of all knowledge, which is why I say the tree of knowledge of good and evil has to run its course before we're even able to actually function in righteousness. Because there's too many people out here that are pervased. Yeah, I might be truthful and honest, and I might have a generated passion. Don't take my message as hateful, or you can take it as domineering. My message is very domineering, but I'm not. I'm still graceful. I still love y'all, and just because I don't, I like just because I don't uh practice being a kiss ass and all that bullshit. I don't do that. Like I'm obedient to the Most High. That's who I am obedient to. When I want to give up to the Most High, before I express that to y'all, I expressed it to Him first. So don't get it twisted. And yeah, I love the Most High with all my heart. However, it has to show in my behavior. It can't show in just word alone. And once I came to this conclusion, like, dang, okay, so yes, exalt the Most High openly. Yes, verbally exalt the Most High. Yes, because people can take you incorrectly if you speak from a position and they don't have no understanding or reverence. And I ran into that too. And so I was like, oh, golly, all right. So I need to be a lot more careful and detailed about how I convey messages so that people understand who I serve. I serve the Most High Yahweh, the one that gave Israel his title. Yes, that's the one I serve. And I serve him with all love and affection and all my heart and all my mind. But don't get this twisted out here, y'all. I understand why chosen is a dangerous word, because you can be chosen and not be righteous. You could be chosen, you could be elect and not be righteous. Elect and righteous is what I seek. Righteousness and elect. Faith and confidence in the Most High. not myself. Inspired ideas with the understanding that I'm only maneuvering things that are already out here. These are things that I've already seen to begin with anyway. However, it's just becoming made aware. When you start to see things, it's because you're becoming aware of its existence. It's already here. Whatever you can think of is already here. All the Most High is doing is putting you in front of it and seeing what you will do with it. Understand that. There is a reason that we're supposed to reach a certain level of maturity before we acquire certain stuff or acquire certain types of teaching or knowledge. And I learned this after reflecting. No time before, I had to reflect and I had to talk to the Most High about it. Definitely. However, don't get so caught up in your race. Don't get so caught up in your race or your skin color. Don't. The Most High don't like the Most High ain't letting you in the gates just because of your race. I don't care about you being on don't let people being on street corners hollering from what did he say? What did the Most High say? What did Yahusha say about the people on the street corners? They will be they will be on the street corners and doing what? It's a verse in there. It's in Matthew. If you don't remember the verse, I mean I can direct y'all to that verse. Don't be as these people out here. Understand something. The Most High is doing a new thing with people. He's definitely done something new with me. Triggered me. I was triggered. He set a trigger in front of my face, and I didn't know what the trigger was. It was for me to be made aware of what I am, but also to handle it in a mature fashion and observation. Maturely. Don't acquire this knowledge and not be mature. Be loving. And I got more for you. And if you made it this far, I love you. And yeah. Like the video. If you have a discrepancy, put it in the comments. Don't be ashamed. And also, if you have if you have anybody you want to share this with, share it. Share the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It's all love here. And yes, I'm not misogynistic. I'm just sexist. That's it. I feel like a woman has her place and a man has his. That's how it goes. And it's an unfortunate thing for people that people don't understand that I'm making an unbiased statement. I love women, period. So, I love them. But I see y'all as nurturers. I don't see y'all as what a man is. It's all love, y'all. I love y'all. It's all good. And I'll be back with another one later on.